filter. It's pretty stinking fast when I do that. Cleaned up some workflows as well, even subtle things like loading sequence comes up. For this, start out with just an outline, create. So I mean, I've had that before, but simple thing sends you back here, brings up status message, which I need to improve as well. But now there's some cache logic cleanup, so that actually comes back here and it's here instantly. You can see that that service exists in that network. I can also edit this, change some details about it. So let's set a banner. Yeah, that guy's lovely. Okay, banner, and again, as I work to kill off Drupal forms, gotta push that button. But so now there's my image with the picture in it. This icon is dynamically generated. Go and hit edit again. And at the moment, this would have to be like the word for a color. But now that I've set that to purple, I can see purple there. I can go to this, and then this is the biggie, the big deal for sure. So I can hit make Open Studio. It'll ask if I want to add to the news media network an instance of Open Studio. Hit confirm, and now you see that got updated right there. That was actually multiple AJAX calls. So let's see what's happening there. It's pretty interesting. So let's exit out of this. Let's go back to the new media one now. See, it fires off a request. The request brings back the topology of the network. And so it says in the topology, there's something using the courses service and the studio service. But now, how did these other ones get here? Well, we kick off something ahead of time that says, hey, these services exist. So let's refresh the page here to force it. So when the page boots up, you can see we have services. So the system knows these are services people could request, and then it cross-sections that with the services they already have, and even does a nice little touch where that's the color of that service. So if I do make a blog, and then I confirm making a blog, that sends a request out the door that generates a node on the back end that hooks those two together. And so this is that node that's binding news media with blog. And then when it comes back and gets that response, it presents that message. And the act of doing that sends another call out the door that refreshes this block. Because during the first operation, it's actually killing the cache entry that told it what was available. And so this service isn't actually there just yet. If I click it, it would be like a blank Drupal site because it hasn't created it yet. So the next step is to have a progress bar start to monitor what's going on in the file system. Now we sort of have this. I can go to this thing that says course page legacy, kind of building a layer on top of Drupal via all this headless stuff. If I go to course network, I can see what's actually going on. So this is a view doing AJAX polling, and then it's updating this field as it goes. So if you can hear my processor cooking, that's because it's invoking Drupal sites in the background. And so it's set up an instance for this course. It's configured appropriately, and previously I would have gone and clicked through here, and it's freaking terrible UX pattern. But now that we're unifying it all under one hood, once Studio is installed, I'll show you, that we'll be able to have these visualizations through the course site, or the courses dashboard here, if you will. So I can go to New Media, and then if I click Course Outline, this will actually take me there. So this, again, at the beginning of this 4 minutes, this space didn't exist. It went and created all of these nodes. It unified my banner across. It also is aware of what services are in the network, and so I can jump to the other ones as they exist. Now this might break because OpenStudio is not fully finished in my, or at least it wasn't a second ago. Oh, there we go, it's there. So there was that error message, but it's still largely there. So yeah, ELMS is gonna get pretty ridiculously real real soon. And pretty fast too. If you're wondering how this could possibly be Drupal, that when I click that, it's kicking multiple service calls out the door and back around. If you're questioning how it's possible, you don't know headless Drupal. So headless Drupal, when you're not bootstrapping the whole theme layer, is really fast. And so like this page itself is, I still have some fun things to clean up clearly, but this page itself, right? A lot of the time that goes into rendering in Drupal is like getting you that node basically. So when we skip on all of that stuff, right? And that sits there, churns a bit, but it does load. If we go to the magic path, as it were. There we go. So there's that same node that I just went to a second ago, except now it's through our book interface. And I mean, that's stupid fast. Yes, it takes time to initially spin up, but that just doesn't even make sense. I mean, we're getting, we're getting like 26 to 40-second millisecond loads off of things at times. Let's see, what were those? 55 milliseconds, 64, 80s, some 73s for different resources. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So you can see ELMS is getting pretty darn fast. Our UX patterns are really starting to cook along as we, get hacks in place. Because as we build out hacks further, we're building out this platform more. So, as we go and do all those integrations, this is a silly thing I have to fix still, but as we do all those integrations and add them in, I'll have all those pulled over into this space. It's only going to build up our design capabilities further, so that we can load our content in here, or heck, we pull from other parts of ELMS. Get some real slick visualizations for how we go about pulling this stuff together. So future's pretty darn bright, I'm not gonna lie, and all because of web components. I will not take credit for anything anything in the areas of design, because that's all web components.